Hi, people, and welcome back to SJ's Corner. Today, I'm going to be focusing on how we can run out slash corner pattern against two different type of looks. We actually have two of the scenarios happening in the same game, featuring Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill against the Bills a week ago. Actually, shout out to Tyreek Hill. I know he just had that gruesome injury against the Jets on Monday Night Football. Hopefully, that dislocated knee doesn't, end his career. Obviously, he's reaching it up there in age, especially as a wide receiver. That's someone that, relies on his explosiveness a lot. No one really wants to see that type of injury. But yeah, we're gonna dissect this route that he and Jalen Waddle ran against the Bills. So if you're new to the channel, please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and yeah, at the end of the video, please let me know what you think by leaving a comment. So yeah, let's get right into the video. First up, we got Jalen Waddle. He's going to be running sort of this arc pattern, corner pattern, out pattern. It's kind of all the same type of similar concept, really. But really what he's going to do is he's going to take an inside stem. He's going to take an inside stem, get vertical on the DB, and he's going to break back out. Okay? But there's a couple of things that I like here that he really does well. First of all, you can see his eyes just towards the line of scrimmage, right? He knows exactly where the DB is at right now. Don't let that fool you. His awareness is heightened at this point, right? First thing he does is he comes off the line of scrimmage and you look at him. His eye contact still stays there, right? And a lot of times receivers can do that, especially when they're going to run a drag. Okay, so that can happen sometimes, especially just regular receivers just run a drag. But what he's doing here is kind of disguising exactly what he could possibly do. So 2-3 yards off the line of scrimmage, inside. Now he gets vertical. And I love this because it's very, very precise. Right? Look at where the DB's eyes is. Waddle's looking here. Now DB starts peeking. Okay? Focus on the DB again. Watch. Waddle comes off the line. Sorry, let me get rid of this one. Waddle comes off the line. DB peeks a bit. Then DB looks at Waddle. Now he's looking at Waddle. And now since Waddle's still looking, he breaks inside. Not break, but he's leaning inside. Right? And now Waddle snaps it off, back vertical. And look at the position the DB's at because he got thrown off by that initial peek inside because of what Waddle was doing. And now he's vertical. And this is where we love having DBs. You can see he's vertical. Sorry, 1 second. And he has a two-way go. There's no real shade. And we know how fast and explosive Waddle is. And he has the DB at his mercy right now. He's created that space. He's trying to go back out, he's created that space. DB has shifted 2-3 yards inside because he was trying to overcompensate if Waddle was running something inside because of his eyes. And now it's opened the out route, especially when he's got him straight up. And great snap. Great route. Let's take a look one more time. Full speed. In with the eyes. Vertical. Snap back out. Beautiful route. And that's against off coverage. Okay, so if you got a out against off coverage, that's something you could do, right? Especially if you run a lot of drags. Try to pair those two routes up. Okay, it's a beautiful route. Beautiful, beautiful route. See, this is one of those guys, right? He's a very underrated receiver, but he's surgical with it. Okay, so now it's a different type of scenario here. It's a similar route, but where the DB is playing is different. Now, the DB is kind of around 5 yards. You can't see really well, but Jalen Waddle had this DB around 5 yards, but he was kind of bailing, right? Like he was giving up ground. But now Tyreek is going to have his DB at 5 yards, but the DB is staying there playing catch, ready to collision Tyreek. Okay? So what does Tyreek do here? He comes off the ball. he has his eyes on his DB. First, he kind of widens a bit too. So this is good because a lot of times the DBs already know if you go out as a receiver to start, that means you're going to come back in. But I love this because he stands outside because the DB had the outside shade on him, and then he's going to get vertical on the DB before he makes the next move. And that's something that you should always carry with you. Whatever shade the DB is playing, normally, especially on a deeper route, 10 or above, I'm going to try to cut that leverage he has on me so I can get him vertical. So he widens. So now he's got that space to the inside. Now, I feel, does a lot here that normally maybe the quarterback might not have time. But he had time here. So he must have known that the quarterback would have time to do this. So it gets vertical, does a little stutter move inside, peeks. So this must be a design double move. But you can still use this with a regular out or a corner, especially in the red zone. So he has the DB now in trail technique. See that arm all over him. But his body weight, his momentum from the DBs taking him inside. Right? A lot of times you don't even have to do too much, right? All you have to do is just lean and roll back out because of the body posture and the way the momentum's DB is taking him. And that's exactly what Tyreek does, right? He's fast enough to get rid of that DB, right? As soon as the DB's in this position where he's leaning, a simple roll, especially if you're a quicker guy, that's food all day, right? So two different situations, similar route patterns, and a receiver executing extremely well. Me personally, I love the Jalen Waddle route better just because of the eyes look, but Tyreek's is equally as impressive, if not more important, because it was 4 touchdowns. So first of all, leave me a comment. Let me know what route you think was better between these. If you have any questions, please let me know, or any suggestions on videos you would like to see me make. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video. It really helps me go a long way. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers, so help the boy out. Appreciate you guys. See ya.